Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want this video to trend. And if we are serious about redeeming this country, by tomorrow morning, this video should be even 1 million views, because there are things I'm raising here which are very fundamental in explaining what has been happening. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruto has been saying Gen Zs are fighting him. Ruto has been saying Uhuru Kenyatta is fighting him. Ruto has been saying LGBTQ is funding Gen Zs to finish him. Ruto has been saying Illuminati is funding the Gen Zs to see him out of power. Ruto has been saying Rigathi Gachagua is sponsoring young kids to force him to resign. But is this true? Je, huu ni ukweli? I tend to believe that by the end of this video, we shall know who is fighting Ruto. You might even realize Ruto is in fact fighting himself. You know, when someone tells you tumekuachia Mungu, that's a very sensitive statement. You want to compromise the Genesis. You want to compromise the judiciary. You want to compromise bloggers. You want to compromise everything. Now, people have been asking, why should Ruto resign? What you are saying Ruto must resign. Why? I want to give you facts why, in fact, Ruto should resign even as early as last week. Ruto should be at home. From the available information, Ruto doesn't deserve to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Facts. A whole president who should have some issues at the fingertips is depicting incompetency. Huh? And I've been asking myself since morning, is this, you know, we could be fighting a mental case or something. Tunaweza fikiria hii vita iko sawa, but we could be fighting a mentally challenged mind. I'm sorry to use that term, and please apologize, but forgive me. Because the things that are being done, you look at them and you wonder, hey. For instance, a president doesn't know that public debt is a public document that is always released to the public after the end of each financial year. It doesn't know that, because when a president forms a task force to tell him about public debt, yet the status of the public debt is in the public domain. Even a class 1 kid knows how much Kenya owes lenders. It's in the public. End up a website ya government.go.ke. Documents are there. The whole report, for instance, of the ended financial year 2023-2024 is in the public. It's there. So when Ruto tells us he's forming a task force to go sit, find out, and bring a report to him on how much Kenya owes lenders, then Kaka, I sit and conclude we are dealing with a mentally challenged case. True. Let's call a spade by its name. Huh? ladies and gentlemen, when a president doesn't know that public debt is the responsibility of the Auditor General, the Constitution of Kenya bestows authority and powers upon the Auditor General to make such reports. A whole president doesn't know that the responsibility of auditing and knowing how much Kenya owes lenders is the responsibility of the Auditor General. That makes me think we are dealing with a special case. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes let's be realistic on some things. This, I think it's God who is fighting Ruto, genuinely. It's God who is fighting Ruto. From yesterday's press release, I listened at it and I was like, guy, is this the president? When you, yaani huyu ni rais wa taifa la Kenya. Yaani, Ruto has never found time. His work is loitering around. He has never had time to sit in office and understand the hierarchy of government. He has never done so. Incompetent. In fact, Ruto should have gone home like last month. He has no clue on matters government hierarchy. He has no clue. Zero. Ruto has never taken time to sit in Kenya. He sits in office and goes through a report from the Auditor General. Yesterday, Ruto showed us that he has even never ever gone through that report. When he has never gone that report, it tells us, one, Ruto has been borrowing without even knowing how much he has borrowed. He has been running up and down borrowing without knowing how much he's borrowing. He borrows every day. At the end of the week, at the end of the year, he doesn't know how much he borrowed. He again continues to borrow. Because if as a president, you cannot stand and tell Kenyans on the status of the public debt that you don't know, and you want to form a task force to go and investigate, bring a report to you so that you can tell people, yet you have the Auditor General who is constitutionally mandated to do so. What are you telling us, Mr. Ruto? What are you telling us? You know, if there is a president who should be competent, it is William Ruto. Why am I saying so? Ruto joined Moi government in 1992. Yeah? 1992. Ruto was elected as member of parliament for Eldoret North. He served he became the longest serving member of parliament. Ruto served for over 20 years, 20 or 15. After that, Ruto became a minister. He became a minister for higher education. He became a minister for agriculture. After that, Ruto became the deputy president for 10 years. Ruto served Moi. Ruto served Kibaki. Ruto served Uhuru Kenyatta. Then you tell me that this mind has no clue on how government runs. Are we having a president? So those who have been asking Gen Zs why Ruto must resign, these are some of the reasons. Now, if you don't understand how your government works, what are you doing in government? If you don't read government documents, what are you doing in government? If you can't even read a report from the Auditor General. What are you doing in government? So your work is to sit, sleep, wake up, and run. Just that. And shouting on top of vehicles. I am so emotional in this video because I am embarrassed on him. I'm embarrassed. So in short, Ruto should just resign and go home. Ruto can't reform. You I don't know how to describe this. Ruto can't reform. If you are waiting Ruto to reform, you are wasting your time. A man who served Moi in government. A man who served Kibaki in government. Eh? As a minister and member of parliament. A man who served Uhuru Kenyatta as deputy president for 10 years is failing in presidency. What are you telling us? Hii ni mbuzi mnapigia gita. I'm sorry to say this. This one can't reform. You're wasting your time. The only thing is to have him resign. That's the only option. Hiyo ndio dawa peke yake. Akwende. Hey. God bless you. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.